more, it's in style. Energy is very, very interesting right now. How are you feeling? What are you acknowledging within yourself? What are you grateful for? I definitely just got off a call. I normally don't do one-on-ones earlier in the morning time because the Scorpio is a night owl. However, we're making it work. And I was talking to a grandma. It was really cool. Shout out to all the grandmas. All right. So, grateful, full of great. Thank you for being here. Today, we are talking about how to get to the place that we want to go to. What is blocking us? What is stopping us from getting there? I realized on this journey, and I'll give you my quick summary of why I'm able to talk about this. So I come from poverty. My mom teaches severely handicapped elementary school children. My birth father was gay, died of AIDS when I was 9. My mother, my biological mother, is a lesbian, still alive and thriving, and I'm an artificial insemination. I grew up in a rough part of town, near the train tracks in West Berkeley, California. I was in an abusive relationship for about a decade. I did not want to be alive like many of us here at a certain place and time in my life. Was bullied, was teased, always felt like the outcast, always felt like nobody understood me, always felt like I didn't belong. What is up? What's up, everybody? What's up? Sabrina, nice to see you. What's up? Thank you for the love. So, what I realized is that I didn't need to get validation from other people, that because of my unique upbringing, that I'm able to connect with people in a unique way and make transformation. And I want for you to get that too. A lot of people that connect with me, that do the one-on-ones, have just been through some of the worst things. And there's this thing that we do where we put ourselves down and we don't even realize it. We're not even aware that we're walking around insulting ourselves, that we're walking around, there's language that we use. There's phrases that we use, things when we tell people, I'm sorry. You know, you're on a Zoom call or you're on a phone call and you have a kid or you have a grandkid or you have somebody in your life or something's going on, and you're on a phone call with this person, and this other person in your life needs your attention, needs your help, and needs your love. And we say, I'm sorry, when that person, when you're raising a children, you're doing what you're naturally doing, and you feel sorrow for you being just how you're being. It's little things like that that we do, right? And thank you all for the love. Again, thank you. Tapping on the screen helps make this family bigger. And I love to see all the conversations with people. So make friends, make friends. This isn't about me. This is more community, more love, unconditional love. For those of you who haven't met me before, I know that this is weird. Get used to it. It's not in style to say, hi, how are you doing? I'm fine anymore. Be real about how you feel. Okay. So one of the things that I realized about myself is that by nature, I'm very interested in what makes people tick. I'm very fascinated by people's belief systems. And I really, really get interested in patterns. And I feel like if we all had more awareness that we are choosing everything, and that there are patterns right now, drop an emoji or say yes if you feel like you have been way more emotional recently, or if you feel like stuff is just testing you and stuff is being brought up to surface in a way that feels more intense. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you. All right. See, just like that, we're all connected. Okay. It just shows up differently for all of us. Right. So this is where we start to realize that we're tired of these patterns. We're tired of looking at our emotions and our feelings and saying, why do I have to feel this way? Do you know, a lot of times, take notes, please. And if you don't have a notebook, I actually do have a notebook in my bio link. It's through Amazon. It's $8.88. It's 120 pages. And you can start to actually, for the first time in your life, catch yourself red-handed for how hard you are on yourself and how much you beat yourself up and put yourself down. You're like, gee, I sure hope that people want to come into my life, even though I hate my life and I hate everything about my life and I hate my age and I hate my bank account and I hate the way that I look. But I'm sure somebody's just going to want to hang out with me who's better than me, or, oh, they think they're better than me. I don't even like them now. It's like we just ruin everything. you know? And so what I realized is when we want to obtain something, when we want to get to a certain place, we have to start doing things in a way that we've never done them before, right? And we have to start thinking in a way that we've never thought before. So what I realized, a lot of the stuff that's helped me change and transform has been very, very simple concepts, right? They're like when I start to realize that I'm choosing everything. At first, it annoyed me when I found this out that it took away all responsibility from the other person where I was in the abusive relationship. It took away all the responsibility from my well, that was weird how my thing just paused. I'm gonna turn off live. Somebody tried to go live with me. And I don't play weird games on TikTok. Life is already weird enough. Okay, so let's talk about this actually. Why do we feel scared for a change? Let me pin this. I love Stephanie. Great awareness, powerful awareness. Thank you for being aware with yourself and leveling up yourself and loving yourself and being vulnerable and being open. Being vulnerable is actually strong now. Why do we feel scared for a change? What if I told you the reason why you're not attracting the kind of relationship that you want to have? Ooh, somebody's interested now. You're not getting to the place where you want to go. You're not getting what you want because by nature, oh, you're still not taking notes and your life is in disarray. Like, what are you doing? I'm gonna stop the entire thing. Just get a piece of paper, or even if you have an iPhone, I think you can do it on Android too. But like when you swipe away from the live stream, you can pull out your notes section on your thing and take notes and like level up. You don't even have to tell me about it. I mean, I like when you do tell me about it, but I mean, really, like really, ask other people who are in here who have actually booked time with life coaches and therapists and stuff, how much some of these people charge, and then they turn off their camera and they hate themselves. I just want for you to get transparency with yourself. I want for you were optimistic and hopeful about how your life was, and then everything just went and you just keep on accepting that. And we're not going to do that anymore. It's not in style. So let me look at this comment just 1 second. We're going to get into this conversation. Where is it? Okay, so human beings by nature want to control everything around them. And the craziest part about control is it's not good control more than often. What's up, Michelle? What's up, everybody? Thank you. My videos love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the double taps. Thank you for the love. My life has been changing in such a major way, whereas an empath, it's really weird, where my abilities have been leveling up big time. And just so you know, while I'm talking to you, in case you're like, wow, this is so easy for him, it's actually not easy for me. It's just the reason why I'm doing it is more powerful than any other thing that's going on. But just in case you were unaware, because there's some people who are picking up on it, there is a bit of anxiety, but I feel like I might be picking up on somebody else's anxiety. Also, I have this thing that happens sometimes, and I'd be interested to know if there's anybody who can energetically tune in and pick up or have an answer for me. There's this new thing that's been happening in my life where, thank you for the gifts, by the way. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the love. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Kindly, truly. There's this new thing that happens in my arms, like specifically right here and right here. And I'm still figuring out, it's like a spidey sense, and I can't figure out what it's telling me, if it's more so of like, just be aware of your energy, or be aware that somebody doesn't like your energy, or I don't know, I'm still figuring it out, but it is definitely a interesting thing that keeps on happening in my life. So by nature, if you're feeling anxious, you can still have anxiety and just own the anxiety. Like, I'm just not ashamed of my anxiety. I want for you to see me transparent. I want for you to get past the belief that successful people are perfect and polished, because behind the scenes, most of them are train wrecks. Carpal energetic nerves. I'm going to have to screenshot that. Let me see. Hold on. Hope this doesn't pause. There we go. All right. So Human beings by nature want to control everything around them. Sometimes what really controls us is our beliefs. So if you're walking around with the belief of what's another one? I'm a burden, or people don't listen to me, or people don't hear me, something along the lines of these conversations where we're being hard on ourselves. Those beliefs will control you so that you feel safe. You're not broke. You're getting wealthier every day. There's nothing broke about you. Your hands work, your mind works, your feelings work. You're not broke. Okay? You're getting wealthier every day. Please. You're under construction. Like, don't speak that into existence. If we have these thoughts and we want to have success, our self-sabotage, our validation to prove that life is this way. It's your brain. I want for you to get that your brain is similar to a computer. And what I mean by that is that we don't, and they've done research and they've done studies about this. Your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and perceived reality. So when you're telling people that you're 10 years old, your brain's like, oh, we're 10 years old. It doesn't know. It's like a computer, right? So, hey, peace within. Thank you so much. Everything's good on this side. Just feeling just energy for me has really gotten a lot stronger, and my empathic abilities have gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm learning new ways to really, really protect my energy big time. Thank you. Appreciate you. So I want for you, if you're open to it, and again, take notes. And if you don't have notes, you can go to the dollar store. You can use a note thing on your phone, or you can go to this one dude named Nikki Scorpio. If you tap the bio link, there's a cool notebook. I graphic designed it, made it with love for you. It's on Amazon. Okay, it's $8.88. You're supporting me, and I'm supporting you, and we'll level up together. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Kelly? Nice to see you. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the rainbow flag. Thank you. I love that. So the kite. Let's go fly a kite. Love that. So, in your life, where are areas where old beliefs are controlling you? What are areas of your life where it's challenging for you to step outside of your comfort zone? So, for example, there was a cool grandma that I was on the phone with, who's a New Yorker, but she was in she had moved, and she was cool. Like, she definitely like her soul was really amazing. And she was telling me how it's challenging to trust, right? And so if you have this thing where, because our stories were similar, and I've talked about this before, being in an abusive relationship, being taken advantage of when you were younger, feeling insecure, feeling like you don't belong, coming from poverty, being bullied, being teased. A lot of us have experienced, some one of these things, and for some of us it's multiple things. For me, it was all of those. Almost 10 years in an abusive relationship if you're just meeting me for the first time. So the belief of I can't trust people is majorly blocking you from getting to where you want to go. If you cannot trust, you must start to tell yourself and convince yourself that you're getting better at trusting, that you love trusting, that you are a trusting machine, that you are safe, that you are smart, that you are protected, because your anxiety comes from trust, from lack of trust. Your fear comes from lack of trust. And really what it comes down to at the end of the day is you fear your mortality. How do you get out of an abusive relationship when it feels so good? By not making it feel good. By stop telling yourself that it feels good. I get where you're coming from. We're going to keep on talking. And I think I'm going to answer your question if you just take notes. Hey, what's up, Kenny? Nice to see you, man. Yeah, it's been a minute. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. So your beliefs, even, for example, here, I'll answer your question right now. Your belief of I need to have a partner, or I'm codependent, I rely on other people, or I can't do it myself, or I don't want to be alone, or all I want is love. I lack love. I don't feel loved. I need somebody else to love me. Somebody else loving me is more important than me loving myself. Oh, now I'm starting to trigger and annoy you, but you know that it's true. You never have taken any kind of time to really focus on even looking and even Googling or duck going or braving or whatever search engine you want to use, or even going onto TikTok, which is now a search engine, and to say, what does self-love mean? If you've never been given love, how can you know what love is? Maybe that's a good place to start. How do you protect your energy, Trisha? You know who you are. When people mess with their energy, it's because you're insecure. Quantum healing, quantum manifestation is knowing that every single thing in existence is working in favor of protecting you, keeping you healthy, keeping you safe, and taking you where you want to go. So if there's 0.000000001% doubt that that's happening in your favor, then that's the work to strengthen that belief until you get it. So this is challenging. This is challenging. And this is where it's powerful, though. It's not hard, it's challenging. It's not hard, it's powerful. So it's being able to look at your language. And again, if you have a piece of paper, you can take notes. If you have a note section on your phone, you can take notes. Get a notebook. That you can get a piece of paper and you can write down what the obstacle is. And you can write out what the really difficult thing is. And then you can ask yourself, how can I look at this differently? How can I perceive this differently? What perspective is going to take me where I want to go, that no matter how many people laugh at me or tease me or mock me or put me down, that I'm going to take that with me? That's part of manifesting. That's part of getting to where you want to go. You have to be relentless with yourself because you've been putting yourself down behind the scenes. And that's the part that you don't understand. You put yourself down and you're unaware of it because you're used to it. You just say things aren't working in my favor. Things aren't going well for me. Oh, look at that. Look at my car got messed up again. Oh, of course. I just got this money and look, now it got taken away from me. Oh, as soon as I make money, oh, it just gets taken away from me. Or, oh, of course, all men are this way, or all women are this way, or I'll never get married again. I'll never fall in love again. Oh, I've been hurt too many times before. I can't tell my story. I'm going to make people sad. All of these kind of beliefs are taking you to a place that you don't want to go to, yet you still keep on speaking it into existence. So you're already manifesting. All you got to do is turn the coin over. It's on the other side of the coin. You just got to flip it over. You've been manifesting your whole entire life. All you're doing is making beliefs, make belief, make belief, make belief, make belief. Please. It's being able to listen to yourself and to ask yourself, what are words that I say that have negative connotations? Somebody earlier said you want to get out of an abusive relationship, but it feels good. You must convince yourself that it feels better to get out of the abusive relationship. Try telling them that you need to take a break. Call up a friend and say, hey, this is impossible for me to even talk about, yet here I am telling you I'm in an abusive relationship and I don't know how to get out of it and I need help and I feel stuck. And I'm asking if I can stay at your place for a day or two and just see what it's like to not be around that kind of energy. And if people say no, then guess what? You set boundaries with that person and they're not a real friend. You might need to wipe out your entire inner circle. The universe, God, whatever you believe in, creator, source, however you want to call him or her. And don't do that where you scroll away because you're triggered right now. They used to talk about goddess in the Bible. They ripped that part out. Okay, please. We're still friends. God loves unconditionally. There's no asterisk. Thank you. Stick around. Let's be friends. Let's be family. Isn't it exhausting judging people and being divided? That's a hustle. All right. So We are choosing, we are choosing, we are choosing, we are choosing, we are choosing. And we're just an autopilot. Your life, you should be able to feel your feelings and have an honor and a grace and a love about the fact that your feelings are telling you something. Your emotions life is talking to you. The world is talking to you. Gaia, Mother Earth is talking to you. Everything is showing you something, but you're not seeing the pattern. There's been more than one occurrence that has happened in your life where you don't like how you feel. There's a pattern there. Are you with me right now? Are you with me? There's patterns that are going on right now. Somebody's feeling emotional. Good. Let it out. Cry, yell, rage, roar, scream. Stop suppressing it. You're making yourself sick. All right. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Thank you, everybody, for real. Thank you. I love that you love the love. I love the love that you love while we're loving it. All right. So there are patterns. What is your language? What are words? And again, take notes. Sit with yourself. I'm dropped. This is thousands and thousands of people charge like thousands of dollars for this entire conversation. You're just like, whatever. Life is hard though. No, I don't want to take notes. Don't tell me what to do. Don't then. But I'm saying you might just be wasting my time. I don't need for people to say, wow, you're cool. I don't need that. I don't need validation from society. We're doing this work together. We're family. Family shows up. Family loves. Family has uncomfortable conversations, difficult conversations. Family understands. Family communicates. Family is vulnerable. Family understands. Family loves. Family shows up. Family communicates. Family hurts and family heals. Family is complicated. Family is whatever you want it to be. And if you haven't had somebody tell you today, I appreciate you, I love you, because if you can hate somebody you don't know, I promise you, you can love them. And I know what it's like when you feel alone and unwanted. I'm not doing it for all of these people. I know that there's somebody who's hurting. I know there's somebody who doesn't want to be around. I know there's somebody who's giving up. And I'm telling you, it always is right. Drop an emoji and encourage them and let them know. It always feels crazy right before. Am I right or am I right? Breathe. It's real. It's real. You can't give up. You're the new leader in society. How many people are you seeing on TikTok and on social media and in real life that have had enough with this fake imposter life and are tired of telling people I'm fine, but they still do it, and they're starting to get slightly annoyed by the fact that they're not okay and they have to keep on telling people that they're okay. How much must we get poked until we can live in a society where we can actually be there for each other? You should see this video that I posted yesterday. It's me talking. I'm wearing a hat, and then I saved somebody else's video and I posted part of it. Yo, this dude is so amazing. And if we could have more conversations like that, yo, emotional intelligence is where it's at. That's what I talk about if you just met me. My name is Nikki Scorpio. I am an introvert. I know that it's surprising. Introverts can talk too. It's when we really get excited about stuff that we just keep on going, right? And I've done a lot. I've done many different things spiritually and holistically to crack my code, and I share that information. What I talk about is emotional intelligence. What I'm talking about is It's not the first thought. If you've had trauma and PTSD and felt insecure your whole entire life, it is not your first thought that you should be listening to. You should give yourself second thoughts and third thoughts and fourth thoughts and ask yourself which is the best thought out of all of these options, and understand that you always have options on your perspective. It is very simple, and we want complicated concepts because life is so profound, and it's actually very simple, and there can be profound complication, intricate things within simplicity. You don't have to do the Romeo and Juliet, I have to suffer in order to feel like I'm alive thing. You actually deserve to be able to go through life and to have peace within your understandings of your traumas and your insufficiency and your insecurities and your not good enoughs and your why do I feel angry inside? Why do I want to attack people? Why does it feel impossible for me to feel love process? Our ancestors used to talk about this, and then we got hustled and we're not doing it anymore. So that's why this feels weird. Get used to it. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to the awakening. Good day, top of the morning, grand rising. Nothing is crazy that we're saying anymore. It's not crazy. This is normal. We're not downplaying this. I get it. It's different. You meet imposters only. See, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I was just talking about. So I appreciate you being open and vulnerable. What I'm saying, though, is you're speaking into existence that you're going to keep on meeting imposters only. There's a part of you that enjoys it because, oh, now you're annoyed. See, but if you didn't enjoy it, you would stop and you would question, why do you keep on doing this? Maybe you're now starting to get annoyed. Maybe you liked it and enjoyed it before, but you're starting to realize chaos isn't a lot of fun, isn't it? It's like, ooh, thrilling. Ooh, look at other people's reactions. And it's like, ow, this actually doesn't feel good. And we're starting to get annoyed and exhausted with that. You, in your past, you met a lot of people who were imposters. Now you are being true to yourself and you are getting truthful people. I dare you and I challenge you and I'm asking you as a Scorpio to consider the fact the reason why you are connecting with people who are imposters is because you do not feel that you can be true to who you are, because somebody that you loved and you cared about told you that there was something wrong with you. So deep down inside, you feel like you're a fraud. And if people really get to know you, they're going to find out that you're human who's actually been through things. Oh my God. You're being hustled and you're doing it to yourself. Slow down, baby. Level up. Change your perspective. Change your life. It's easy. And the other way is exhausting and it's not in style anymore. Thank you for being open. Thank you for trusting yourself. Thank you for acknowledging yourself. Hey, Stina's in here. What's up, Stina? Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I see you. You know, Scorpio's on fire right now. I'm in the zone. I want for you to get this. So I love you and I love the acknowledgement. And thank you for the gifts. And thank you for the double taps. And thank you for the donations. Tap those bio links. See what happens. Book time with me. What I talk about is emotional intelligence, emotional mastery. You can stop the reactions. It's not get rich and all of a sudden everything clicks in your life and everything's perfect. That's not how life works. It's not how it's meant to. I still get anxiety. I still feel insecure. I still have feelings and emotions that come up. The difference is that I'm not ashamed of them. I'm not embarrassed about them. I don't hold power over these things in a negative way. I honor my feelings before I get around other people, I hold myself accountable. I take responsibility. It's fun. It's cool. It's actually a game. And people get triggered and annoyed by that because they're angry, because you're not realizing life is telling you a message and you're stubborn because as a human being, what do you want to do? Control everything. Didn't you hear me say that at the beginning of this live stream? And if you just hopped on, take notes. I drop gems like a clumsy jeweler because the more gems I drop, the more I receive. That's my belief and my boundary. It's not in style anymore. We're not doing this. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. You think because you are 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, like what is going on in this world right now? Okay, so what is it in your life? What's the negative belief that you have? Are you taking notes? Okay, good. And by the way, thank you to all the people who sent me direct messages, who showed me the notebook that I created. Link in bio, baby. Let's go. I love that winners celebrate winners. I love that people are really telling me like, my life has changed in the past year. And I appreciate you acknowledging yourself. I love seeing people win. I love seeing people level up, for real. I do this for free and I do it for a fee. That's the best kind of work, in my opinion. That's why I have the energy that I do. Because right after this live stream, I got a call at 2 and I got a call at 3. And I got people that have been through stuff that I talk to, man. Bonkers. You're so powerful. And it's wild to me how we get hustled. We get hustled. We get hustled so hard. We think that we can't be the leader because in our mind, we have a perfect version. And drop an emoji if you're realizing this or if you're seeing, if you feel like I'm talking to you. And hold on, this is what I'm about to say. A lot of the reason why we don't get to where we want to go is because we have this idea of how we're going to look when we are successful. We have this idea of how we are going to be, of how our life is going to be, of how everything is going to be when we are successful. You can't even imagine yourself successful. And then for my question for you, and thank you for sharing, is I'll say this. How do you stand a chance? How do you stand a chance to be happy? How do you stand a chance to be successful? How do you stand a chance to get better relationships and better people around you? Like Jen has said, who's on a call right now, my partner, moderator, shaman, like, you just listen to yourself. Listen to yourself when you talk. How do you stand a chance? How do you stand a chance? Really, listen to yourself. Listen to how you speak. The people around you know this about you. You radiate that energy that you're a victim, that life is hard, that you're not lovable. Whew. That's me releasing your energy. That if you see me yawning or burping or oof. Thank you for sharing. And also at the same time, listen to yourself when you talk. Listen to yourself when you talk. Listen to how you speak to yourself. Listen to the beliefs that you have and ask yourself, how do you stand a chance? You don't. And if you're aware of it, today can be the day that you change. And just be patient with the process. This is not tomorrow. Everything opens up. You want instant validation because you fear mortality, because you're a controlling human being by nature. No, divine source, God, goddess, nature, universe, robot, 5-year-old with a Nintendo, we're living in a video game. I don't like your idea how my life should be. I think my idea of how my life should be is way more important. You want to get to point B, which is your success, but you are controlling everything because all that you care about is everybody else on planet Earth has to see that you are successful and has to see that you're a good person. Oh my God, that's so exhausting. It's so annoying and so exhausting, and it's doing nothing for you. You carry these other emotions. How do I differ? Whose emotion I'm actually feeling? Before you get into a room with other people, you check in with yourself. You ask yourself, what's my story that I'm telling myself? My story when I have social anxiety is every single person in this room that I'm walking into loves me as I am and is blown away by the fact that I'm even inhaling and exhaling. And all I have to do is be 100% myself. And if they don't like my energy, then they're just not my people. Like, doesn't that feel like a better perspective? And isn't there a part of you that's like, yeah, I could, like a child version of you's like, yeah, I could see that being real. Like if I told the 5-year-old version of you that, they'd be like, yeah, okay, I get that. Okay, cool, got you. Hey, Megan, nice to see you. So remember, by nature, your thoughts are, and again, it's always happening. Like I was just on a call before this live stream, and the person that I was talking to, she's raising a grandson, but she's raising it like the mom, and she wanted to book this time with me, and she was annoyed by the fact that the kid was crying, and I'm like, yo, that's the lesson right there. That's it right there. You want for this call to go perfectly, for there to be soft music, for there to be a beautiful cloud that where the light beams down. It's like everything in your life is as it should be. And you're like, thank you. This was beautiful. Thank you, Nikki Scorpio. And I'm like, yes. And all of a sudden I have like Fabio hair, and I can't believe it's not butter. And then like life opens up. And I'm like, no, no. Do you come across as too much? You hope not. The fact that you need people's validation, you don't stand a chance. I am too much for some people. They're not my people. A Scorpio's intense. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm always learning. I'm growing. You know what I mean? How do you stand a chance with the thoughts that you have? It's being able to understand that I'm telling you, this is what I do. People hear this and your brain is automatically like, don't listen to him, disassociate with what he's saying, disconnect with what he's saying. Don't listen to what he's saying because he's not screaming at you and yelling at you like your parents used to do. He's not putting you down. He's not insulting you. He's actually complimenting you. You shouldn't pay attention to this. You're not worthy of this. You don't deserve this. Don't tune into what he's saying. Don't take notes. That's trash. Only stupid people would do that. Ew, who does he think he is to tell me what to do? Ew, I hate my life. And you're hanging out on this live stream right now with the rest of the people who are taking notes, who want to be better and level up, and you're cool with that, but you're annoyed and you're just okay with that. You're just going to accept that. You have pains in your bodies. You have like insecurities in your mind, and you just wake up in the morning and you go to sleep at night. You're like, that's okay. I have to be strong. I get to be strong. I'm stronger than other people. I can take more pain and suffering and exhaustion and hospital bills and other people. Give it all to me because I'm so strong. I'm so strong. I'm so strong. We don't realize what our brain is doing with the thoughts that we are thinking. There's a mistranslation within yourself. Thank you, Armalie. Thank you. Right, exactly, Stephanie. I'm telling you, like the hardest thing to do on planet Earth is to be a human being who knows who they are. People, as soon, and I'm telling you, I come from nothing, man. And even on my worst day, I had it better than millions of other people just being an American, just being who I am. I'm aware of that. I also know my roots and my heritage. So I'm not insecure when people say things of like they want to have a seat at the round table and they want to be heard and all of that. I'm good with that. I know my roots and my heritage. So I'm not Captain Caucasia from the Caucasus Mountains over here like Caucasia, Caucasia. That's not me, okay? My ancestors primarily come from a place called Cornwall. Look it up, it's beautiful. Yo, I'm telling you though, anytime that I get annoyed, I look at it like Michael Jordan after he would watch a basketball game, even if you don't even like sports. Thank you, Stina. I love you. I appreciate you. Like I look back, I'm like, dang, I can't believe, or in that moment, I stop and I'm like, this is so weird that all this is why I love checking in with myself. Jules, what I would just say, it's like this is the equation. And again, please take notes. Please take notes. I have a notebook in my bio link, or just go to the dollar store, use the notes section in your phone. I know I keep repeating this. I know, but some people are in really bad situations and they're just like, when you wish upon a star. Like, stop it. Yo, Disney hustled you. Cornwall, UK. And then I get and then I lose the thought. Oh man, come on. What I'm saying is here's the equation. Here's the equation. That's what it was. Here's the equation. You're in a good mood. Start your day. And then something happens. Something happens. And now you're not having a good day. So if you didn't respond to that thing, if that person wasn't there, if life hadn't happened in that way, you'd still be in a good mood. Isn't that interesting besides the fact that you're annoyed? Isn't it? Does that provoke any kind of thought within your soul? Does that spark a fire or 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 just does that intrigue you at all? Besides the fact that you're annoyed by it and you don't like it, like isn't that fascinating? because for me, that's one of the main things that had me look at the way that I was thinking to be like, how did that person have that much power over me? How did that situation have that much power over me? That's so weird. Why does that keep on happening? Especially because I had gotten out of the relationship that was abusive and I was by myself. So I didn't have her around me at first. So now it was me and me and me and me and my intuition and my perspective and my truth and my belief and my consistency and my momentum and my responsibility. And I could still get an email from her or a text message from her telling me in some way, shape, or form that I'm not good enough. And then all of a sudden, all my power and all my momentum was lost. And I'm like, this is insane how much power I'm giving this person. Stop telling other people and telling me and telling yourself that other people have power over you. Do you see how I framed it? Do you notice a difference? I'm not saying that she has power over me. I'm saying, here you go. Here's free power that I just don't value myself. I don't love myself enough to set a boundary. So you can just take all of this for free. It's hard to not defend yourself. However, it's powerful to know who you are. And if you need to defend yourself, you're insecure. It's very simple. People have already made up their minds about you. People have already told stories about you. There was some content creator with 400,000 followers, and he was posting a stitch in one of my videos, and there was comments on his page that were saying, ew, every time I see Nikki's videos, I cringe. I hate him. And I'm like, must be a me problem, must be a me thing. What can I do for your life to be better? Oh. And you're like, that's so mean. But here's the difference between that. You're like, that's so mean. I like what you have to say. I like your energy. I like the people that are around here. I like this. So here's what I say to you. Then why do you care about the people in your life? Because you know them? Because they're blood related? Because they've seen you when you were struggling? They don't even feel that they deserve the success that you want. And so you are wasting your time. And I'm talking about your mom is jealous of you. Your dad thinks that he deserves the energy, the perspective that you have. They don't get you. They think that you need to go to therapy. There's nothing wrong with them. That's all the world. The world used to be a better place when they didn't have to critically think and nobody could actually hold anybody accountable. That's why all these cornballs and clowns are mad right now, is because they actually have to take responsibility. The veil is lifted. You can't do that anymore. If you're a bad person, you're going to be exposed. It's in style to be a good person. You can't lie to yourself anymore. Oh no. Now I actually have to learn lessons and grow and talk about different conversations other than, hi, how are you doing? I'm fine. And you're playing a game in the background, being a covert narcissist. Oh my goodness. No, I hate that. If anybody is annoying you or triggering you in your life, if you feel you need to explain yourself to anybody, you're insecure. And that's so powerful to understand because that makes you the person in power of your choices and your actions and your perspective and your power. Congratulations, you just reclaimed all of your power. Hey, Ashley's in the house. Thank you. We love Ashley. Make sure you give her a follow. My dad is exactly like this. How do I get my power back without being rude? Well, there's different options. If you want to take the Scorpio path every single time that he puts you down and says that you're wrong or you're stupid or whatever, you could do the Scorpio thing and be very, very not even passive aggressive, just be like aggressive and say, yes, you're right. I am stupid. You're absolutely right. I'm the dumbest person on earth. And I love how stupid I am because every single day I become smarter and smarter. Thank you. I'm glad that we've acknowledged how stupid I am. Now that we've acknowledged how stupid I am, that I'm the dumbest person on planet Earth, what are we going to do with this information? You can lean into it. You can say, hey, Dad, you know what? People who love me, they don't speak to me this way. Or you can say, hey, Dad, you know, I really know that this is your way of saying that I care about you and I'm concerned about you and I want for you to be accepted by society. You raised a good kid. I come from a good home. I know what I'm doing now, even when it looks like I don't. Papa. Papa, I know who I am, even when it looks like I don't. I love you. I know you're concerned. It's okay. Do you know that and if they really keep on getting mean and nasty, say, do you know that I'm actually meant to be better than you? So because I'm meant to be better than you, even though I don't think that I'm better than you, but you think that I do think that I'm better than you, but I'm meant to be better than you. I'm meant to be more successful than you. So because of that, I think differently than you do. Isn't that interesting, Father dear? Would you pass the mashed potatoes? Daddy's home. Exhausting. I can't stand humans, but you know, here we are. So I might as well embrace them and love them unconditionally and have compassion and understand that anybody who's annoying me is holding up a mirror to myself. Oh, I hate that, but I love it so much. Oh, could you pin that comment again? I didn't catch it, Ashley, unless it wasn't necessary. Can I carry you in my pocket? I want an app. I want an app that's like, warning, this person who's responding to you is miserable and hasn't processed their childhood trauma. They're talking to yourself. Oh, I got a good one. And I said it to somebody. I said it to somebody yesterday because they're going through some stuff. The next time, oh, you want a really good one? You want a really good one that's really going to trigger them? When somebody, oh, this is such a good one. And it's definitely a Scorpio move. The next time, oh, this is so good. I know you're hanging on the edge of your seat. The next time somebody puts you down, look them in the eyes and say, why do you talk to yourself that way? That's so weird that you would talk to yourself that way. Why are you so hard on yourself that way? Because I know that you're not talking to me. Why are you talking to yourself that way? That's so harsh. Why do you feel that way about yourself? And just don't say anything after that. I refuse. Yo, I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. You want to know the real reason why emotional intelligence is powerful is because the world turned upside down and people say, "Hi, how are you doing? I'm fine," and they're not. And I realize how broken on a deep and profound level our society is. Like, I really finally got it. It got downloaded and integrated in my life. And I'm like, I'm no longer going to take advice or follow rules from people who are unhappy because they're incapable of being happy and having peace. And I live my life like a child who's like, that makes me feel happy. I want to have happiness. I want to be happy. They asked John Lennon when he was a kid what he wanted to be. He said happy. And they said, you don't understand the assignment. He said, no, I do. And he wasn't a perfect person, but we all have our blah, blah, blahs and our blah, blah, blahs and our terrible things and our ignorances and our naivetes. How can I deal with my 22-year-old son with addiction and 28-year-old daughter that I haven't heard from? By letting them hit rock bottom and letting them crash and focusing on yourself and reclaiming your power and not thinking every single day and worrying yourself, telling yourself that you're not loved and not appreciated and trying to control their outcome. Because I actually got to this place from hurting. I got to this place because I fell down and I got some boo-boos because I was mean and I overreacted and I was angry at my mom because I grew up without a father and I didn't blah, blah, blah. And I fell for the society trap and I wasn't like the neighbors and blah, blah, blah. I actually got here because life hurts sometimes. So you can take all of that energy that you give to them that they're not even taking on, that they're not even receiving, and focus on something that brings you happiness, or focus on your growth and focus on your development, maybe for the first time in your life, and see what it feels like for you to love yourself. Oh, he doesn't know his roots. He doesn't know his heritage. He doesn't know where he comes from. Oh, he thinks that real men don't show their feelings. Oh, he's from the 1900s. Oh, yes, they did think differently back then, didn't they? Okay. All right. Thank you. We'll keep you updated, folks. He thinks he's better than other people. He's a scam artist. He's telling people to love themselves. I hate people who tell them to love themselves. That's so stupid. That's so cheesy. People should suffer like me. I've had it hard. He should struggle and suffer like me. I don't even care that he was taken advantage of as a child for 8 years. I don't even care that he was in an abusive relationship for 10 years. I don't even care that he was teased and put down and bullied. I don't even care that he had to go through what he went through, because my life was harder and nobody understands my struggle. I'm a real man. Oh no! Ha 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 ha. When you wish upon a star. One day, Pinocchio, one day you'll be a real boy. Y'all been waiting my whole life for this. Come on, don't try me. I'm not Costco. I'm not Whole Foods. I swear I should be paying people, man. No, it's not wrong that you're laughing. You're just kicking it with the Scorpio. I'm not going to be, listen, I get every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, I get people who comment on my stuff who think that spiritual people are quiet and we are soft and we talk like Michael Jackson all the time. But the problem with this is that people who are like this a lot of times inside, they feel like, ah. If you actually told people how angry you were, you'd be mind blown. Okay. Jen's in the house. Oh man. Oh man, I'm just sprouting buzzwords. Okay. Okay. Can somebody please remind me where we were before a Scorpio had to go into Scorpio mode? Please. Please. Okay. We are all one. I'm not the one. Okay. I love you. Oh man. Same thing we do every night. Try to take over the world. I refuse. I refuse. Okay. 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 What roles? Am I sprouting catchphrases? Right? Like, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we react because we need to stand our ground and say, like, hey, you can talk to other people that way. You can talk to yourself that way, but I know who I am. And sometimes it's like, I don't see the comments because somebody just says something absolutely and totally crazy. Man, like I cannot convey to you that if you think it's hard right now what you're going through, wait till you actually get success. That's why you're building your character right now. Thank you, Aries. I appreciate you. Julia, what are top things you recommend to start with this change on your journey? On your journey. Start to, oh, this is so simple and so powerful. I'm going to say it slowly so you can take notes, because I want for you to take notes. And again, because I value my time and I know my worth and my value and I'm good at what I do, and there's an energy exchange. If you don't have a notebook, there is a notebook available in my bio link. You're not obligated to. You can actually take notes for free on your phone. There is science that proves that when you take a pencil or a pen and connect it to a piece of paper, your brain actually gets it though. So, and you can also find patterns and find connections in your life. And that's what I want for you to get. I want for you to start to realize that you're not mapping out your life. You're not planning ahead. You're just, everything's just, we want to get to a space where we can actually enjoy when life changes and when life switches up and have a different perspective on it. Okay? So here's my formula. This is it. This is it. It's very simple. Okay? Step number 1 is before I get out of bed, I see myself where I want to be, what that looks like for me. And like Jen on here will tell you, if you think that you can't visualize, if you told somebody how to make a sandwich, you would be visualizing what the bread looks like. So in that same way, you can visualize. Stop playing yourself. And it can be messy and it can be blurry. I visualize the place where I want to go. And this is every time that I'm stressed out, by the way. I do this. Then from there, I tell myself, thank you, Ashley. I love you too. Thank you. Then I tell myself, after I've seen it, and I also see other people seeing me see it so that it's really real, because if I don't believe it, then why are these other people looking at me having it? I feel how good that feels. I connect with that joy. I'm like, ooh, that feels amazing. Like if everything was really, really working in my favor, like, that dream home, ordering that crystal, what's it called? The crystal bathtub. I want to get the rose quartz bathtub for my home. Oh man, and I'm seeing them installing it, and I'm knowing that I deserve that. I'm not feeling guilty about it. I'm seeing myself shaking hands with families and kids who have more confidence from all my words. I'm seeing myself holding awards. I'm seeing the doctor telling me that I'm going to be a father. I'm seeing all this stuff, and I'm just feeling this excitement. This is my world. This is my world. And then here's a secret. I tell myself, no matter what happens to me today, life is taking me to that place. No matter what happens today. No matter what happens. And if anything does disrupt me or frustrate me, then I sit with it and I look at it at a later time to say, what is this teaching me? Where else in my life has this shown up? And how can I react next time when this happens? I'll say that slower because you're like, slow down, I got you. So you visualize it, you feel how good it feels. You see other people seeing you have it. Thank you for the gifts, because you know I'm dropping gems. Okay, thank you, for real. And then after that, you tell yourself, whatever happens in your life, life is taking me to that successful place. That's called momentum. That's called consistency. That's called responsibility. That's called accountability. Hey, what's up, Galactic? Nice to see you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Not sorry. There's 160 other people who are loving everything that I'm saying. Was there somebody who just doesn't like themselves on this live stream? That's okay. See if you can actually hang out with the guy who's telling you to love yourself more and be more yourself instead of giving you any kind of advice. See if you can actually just hang around nurturing energy. See if you actually feel like you can be around somebody who's nurturing and just being a good person, or if that feels weird for you, because I have nothing to do with your mood. I'm not responsible for your good mood. You're not responsible for mine. I'm not responsible for your bad mood. You're not responsible for mine. Thank you. All right. So after the thing that annoys me in my life, like if I get an email or if I get a text, or, if I, thank you, Morgan. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Hang out. We're family now because family shows up. Thank you. You're amazing. Takes one to know one. Thank you. So when the thing annoys me, this is why I like having a notebook. This is why I'm encouraging you to take notes, because the formula of your frustration is, I'm in a good mood, thing happens, and now I'm not. So when that thing happens, whether it's an email, a text message, somebody's response, somebody's reaction, I sit with it after my day is ended, or while I'm driving or taking the subway or taking the bus or walking around or getting a limousine, you know what I'm saying, or taking my personal helicopter. I'm about that life, please. We all deserve nice things. Stop telling me that money's evil, because if you think that money's evil, you better turn off your cell phone, because now we're evil. And I don't believe that. Oh, it's different? Okay. Well, be consistent with your beliefs. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you. Scorpio energy. Thank you. Equal. Thank you. Family. Thank you, Eliza. So what was that thing teaching me? What is it teaching me? Thank you. I see you taking notes. Thank you. What is it teaching me? Where does it stem from? What age did it show up before? What's the pattern? What is the pattern? And what's the belief? What is the belief? What is the belief? Is it that I'm not good enough? Is it I can't trust people? Is it that people are mean to me? Is it people hurt my feelings? Is it that I need validation from other people? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see how, do you get how simple what I'm saying is and how powerful it is? Because it's going to show up again until you get the lesson. Then you get into that moment. You see yourself, and here's part of the equation too for you who are taking notes. After you take the notes, you see yourself in that thing that happened before, where that person spoke to you, or where that person emailed you or texted you. You see yourself with a different option and a different choice. And that's where there might be more than one option and more than one choice, but just see yourself feeling good after you speak whatever you speak. So then the next time when that person speaks to you in that way, or somebody else comes into your life in a similar way, because how we do one thing is how we do everything. So there are other people who treat you this way and speak to you this way. And all of these people who are annoying you are actually teaching you lessons. Everything's working in your favor. You see yourself having a different conversation, a different understanding, a different perspective. You see that all the way through, and then you move forward with your life and you focus on your gratitudes. Am I from Philly? No, but a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. Oh wait, no, that's not me. My bad. I also have abandonment issues and I'm trying to heal from this and I'm doing well, but it hurts. So, Morgan, you know what's interesting within your sentence? Powerful that you are vulnerable, right? So acknowledge yourself, because other people are like, oh my goodness, that's me too. Wow, she's so amazing, so beautiful, right? So you're saying, I am trying. That implies that there's room for failure. So you're doing it, right? And you feel you're doing well, and that's a positive thing. And then when you use the word but, it cancels out that you're doing well, and you're giving more attention and more focus on the fact that it hurts. So for me, where I would go to when I'm telling myself this, because you probably don't wake up and walk up to people and say, hi, good morning, my name is Morgan, I have abandonment issues and I'm trying to heal from things that I'm going through, and it feels good, but it hurts, right? We probably don't have those conversations with people on a day-to-day basis, which is why this is so powerful. But this is an internal dialogue that you have with yourself. So you could say, I'm getting better and I'm working on my abandonment issues and I'm healing, and I'm doing the healing work, and every day I'm getting better at loving myself. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? And that's for you to really get, and for you to take with you, and for you to know that, and that's yours, and nobody else can take that away from you. I self-correct in the middle of my sentences sometimes. Anyone else been tearful lately? Yo, has anybody else been having single tears like you're in some weird like Hallmark movie or something like that? Or like you're just like, okay, if the single tear keeps on falling down, why is there not soft music playing with like great lighting with like a close-up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, has anybody else been experiencing that? Because that's been happening to me a lot. Like a lot. Yeah. Okay. So that's the equation. So it's you wake up in the morning, you feel you see yourself there, you feel it. Other people see you. And you can even do this when you're walking down the street too. Like you can visualize other people looking at you and being blown away by your presence, by you even being there. Like that's what I do when I get social anxiety. Okay? And then from there you let yourself know. And again, you might need to do this, and you might want to do this more than once in your day. You feel like a cornball because this is new information and it's different, and you're used to probably being around people who are aggressive, abusive, don't talk about their feelings. And you haven't hung out with enough empaths that are so tuned into who they are that when people are ready to release their energy, he's over here burping out your limiting beliefs. I just feel like what I see has never been done. It's a confusing time to be alive. But Sydney, like everybody's making up the rules. Everybody's winging it. Every single person on planet Earth doesn't know what they're doing. Nobody does. Every single thing in their life in one instant could change. Someone's like, no, please, no, please. Oh goodness. There is a child who is crying in the background. Just give me a minute, please. Thank you for your patience. We don't say I'm sorry. No, we don't tell people to shut up when they're crying. Are you? All right. Jen, the supermom, is taking care of it. Ugh. All right. So, right there, for example, teachable moment. Somebody else would have said, I'm sorry. I have to go take care of my kid. You're not sorry. You're not sorry. You're not sorry. You say, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for waiting. You're not sorry. A lot of what is required to move forward is, instead of like cringing and rocking and playing with your hair and crossing your arms and just saying, I don't like how I feel. It's leaning into the part and understanding those emotions that you're feeling are yours, and you lean into it. So you're not ashamed of who you are. You're saying, I'm feeling this and I'm going to acknowledge it instead of hiding it. I apologize when I overreact. I apologize when I overreact. That's it. That's when I apologize. I don't apologize because I was feeling emotional. I don't apologize when there's technological issues. I know my worth. I'm not sorry. I'm thanking people for their patience. I'm not a victim because there was traffic. I'm not a victim. I value people's time. You could always say, if you're late to a meeting, you could say, thank you for your patience. I do appreciate and value your time. But I'm not going to go over here and say, oh, I'm a victim and how dare I be human and be who I am, and please forgive me for even existing. We're not playing small anymore. There you go, Tammy. Amazing. You have apologized profusely. You don't like it anymore. You're getting better on it. You're working on it. Good. Different language. So be aware of that. So watch out. So now that you have this awareness, take this with you. So for example, Tammy, if you have like a phone call or a Zoom call, or if somebody says, hey, can you do this thing? And then something happens, or your reception drops out, or you're trying to show somebody a YouTube video and your Wi-Fi isn't working, or whatever. If any part of you either goes to I'm sorry, or when you don't have reception, or when things are uncomfortable, if you start to smile or laugh or start to go into entertainment mode, watch out for that. Watch how much you people want to get into. That's also in my bio link. You don't want to affect your social life. What I would say is, a lot of your concerns, and again, I appreciate you being open and being vulnerable, right? What I would say, a lot of your concerns with your frustration and your stress of your life is because other people exist, that you're living for other people. and you want to go out there and entertain. And I would say that there is a powerful moment where you can be more with yourself, even if you feel like you've already done that before, where there's still self-love, there's still stuff to be worked on, there's still insecurities, there's still I need validation from other people. And again, as a human being, you're still trying to control your life, and letting go of control is good for your digestive system, and it's good for manifesting, it's good for everything. And that is one of the hardest and most powerful and most profound changes you can make, is letting go of control. Welcome to the journey. Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate you. It's different. It's different. Listen to yourself when you talk. Listen to yourself more. Word. John, like do what John says. Put people on pause. Put people on pause. Really. Look, start to understand how much people rely on you. Yo, like people know you. Oh, you'll bend over backwards for anybody, won't you? Ooh, I love you. Ooh, I can't wait to manipulate you and tell you all the nice things that you want to hear. Oh, you're the free therapist. Oh, you're such a good person. Ooh, easy target. Oh, you'll do anything to help me. Oh, you'll bend over backwards. Oh, I know exactly who you are. Oh yeah, sure. Oh, you'll give me more. You'll give me. I'm gonna make you feel guilty and guilty and guilty and guilty and guilty and guilty and guilty. That was you. That was you. That was you. That was you. That's not you. Be careful, be mindful, be powerful, be observant with your words. When we say I am, you are telling the world who you are. When you saying this is who I am, this is how I am, that is your belief system. You are speaking into existence. Stop it. It's not in style. Redefine, 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 redefine. You deserve better people in your life, and you will see that when you get around these better people, that you do better with better people. That you're just around people who have problems. And this is a level of accountability that I really would like for you to get to, if you're open to it. If not, it's cool. Who am I? What do I know? Nobody knows the reason why we're alive. Understand that 100% accountability will give you all of your power. That the mantra that I took that got me away from people who are victims is saying solutions only. Problems. My life has been a problem. I do not want for my life to be a problem. I want solutions. Oh, you don't have solutions? Then that's a problem. And I want solutions. Gotta go. I love you. When you're ready to be at this space, and when you're ready to actually feel like you deserve success, then you can message me and we can talk. Until then, I'm not going to stop and slow myself down thinking that I'm authentic and I'm a humble person and God loves me because I'm struggling and suffering and bending over backwards. Who gave us this idea? Who hustled us? Who taught us this way of living? Why do we accept this? Why is it so hard for you to love yourself? It's simple. It's simple, right, Joanna? It's simple. That's what I'm saying. All of these complicated concepts, all of these, like, we feel like we have to squeeze out every little piece of the product, the puzzle, we have to get all of the benefits. It's like we feel like we're missing out on life, and we have to make it so complicated. And people have this like complex where they feel like they have to struggle in order to be a real person, that like we can't go through life and just what I'm saying, it's not like all of a sudden your life opens up and everything's easy. I just have different tools in my tool belt, so I don't get ashamed, I don't get embarrassed, I don't get humiliated, I don't lose my power anymore. When I'm angry, I feel my anger all the way through. I let the dragon breathe. When I'm sad, I let the water flow. I love after the tears. I love that peace. I love that healing. When I'm insecure, I look at that insecurity and I say, hey, grab the wheel. You know what you're doing now. You got the keys to the car. You got the keys to the castle. You can be loud. You can be vibrant. You can be colorful. People love you. You're safe. I speak into existence where I'm going, and I do not allow intrusive negative thoughts. And when they come in, I check in with them and I talk to them and I parent them. Did anybody ever tell you after 18 years old that you could parent yourself? Did they? Ugh. That's what it is, Joanna. It's just there's a point. Listen, it's just like this. there is going to be a point in your life where you start realizing, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Enough is enough is enough is enough. It's now or never. I just got to do it. I just got to rip off the Band-Aid. I just got to be like the child who went to elementary school who was crying when they left home, and then they made friends, and then they just didn't, they were just okay with that. Like, change it. Just do it. Good. I'm not making you cry. You're open. You're open. Your soul is saying, yes, this is us. You're choosing to cry, and you love those tears, and you love that sadness because you've been so hard on yourself, because you've had to be strong for so long. That's powerful. Acknowledge yourself. You give other people permission to be themselves. What a concept. For real, the hardest thing to be on planet Earth is yourself. And you're doing it, and you're choosing it, and you're allowing it. It doesn't matter the other things. I get it. Trust me. Do I want to sit here and tell people that I was taken advantage of? No, it happened. So am I going to hate it and hide it and be embarrassed about it? Or is it something that happened in my life and I want to have peace about it? What perspective can I have around something so terrible like that? That person probably got taken advantage of too, and they probably felt exactly how I felt, and they were hurting inside, and they saw my light and my power, and that was the only way that they could tell me, hey, that I'm hurting inside, that I need validation, that I don't feel love. They didn't know how to express it because it wasn't taught to them, and that they were hurting inside, and they saw my light and my love, and it was the only way that they knew how to communicate that they were hurting inside. And then I can actually show that younger version of myself all the times in life where I was loved, where I was safe, where I was heard, where I was protected, that actually that thing that's difficult in my life is the reason why people relate and connect with me. So it doesn't matter where you're at in your life. You need to let yourself know and speak with conviction that you know who you are, and you know what you're doing, and you know that everything was designed in favor of you, and especially the difficult things are helping you be the new teacher who is relatable. We don't want the inspiration without the reason why you're doing what you're doing. It doesn't matter that you want to make a world a better place. Why? You want to have the nice things. Why? You want to connect with people. Why? Not because you just want for people to smile in the world for be a better place. Why? Because you were hurt. Why? Because you were abandoned. Why? Because you were beaten. Why? Because you were cheated on. Why? Because your heart aches. Why? Because you don't want to be alive. That's what is the new teacher. That's the new way of living. We're not doing this anymore. Good. I'm glad that resonates. When you hear me burping like that, that's because I'm releasing all the other ways of thinking that are not working, that are not true, that are lies and hustle. Catch yourself. Catch yourself. When we talk about self-love, instead of just brushing over that and saying that sounds cheesy or like some weird spiritual concept where like Enya's playing, or hi yeah, you know, that one song from back in the day, right? Like, it's not like that. Self-love means I question my decisions. Self-love means I question my thoughts. Self-love means people who love me don't speak to me this way. I dare you to tell that to that person who's abusing you. I dare you to have faith in yourself. I dare you to actually realize you have ancestors and angels and family and God and goddess and whatever you like, whatever you love, closer to you than the air that you breathe, that are with you. You're learning lessons right now. That's why you feel emotional. why you feel crazy. This has been with you for years, and the universe and everything that is like, release it. It's not working for you anymore. You need to redefine yourself. And you're like, but what if I don't even know how to define myself? Good. Wow. You actually have a blank canvas for the first time in your life. And the scariest thing about your life is that now you are making up your definition of who you are. Why is that scary? Because it hurts, because you were divorced, because it hurts, because you're grieving. So feel your pain, feel your sadness, go to a mountaintop, tell people around you that you're hurting inside. It's difficult, then get better people around you and do it yourself and honor yourself and let yourself know, especially your younger self, that we're not ashamed of who we are anymore. That's hard. You know what's harder is how you are able to just barely float and barely get by. The water's all the way up to here. And you're like, no, that's okay. Okay, I can be strong. You think that you're not a leader. You think that you're too old, or you're too poor, you're too broke, or you'll be a leader when you're ready. You'll be a leader when you're more successful. All that we want to know is that we're good enough. All that we want to know is that we are good enough. That's it. We don't need for you to tell us about your mansion and your rented Ferrari and your like perfect moisturized skin and your lighting kit off of Amazon Prime. We want to know that we're good as we are. We don't need fame and success in order to have validation. Some of us just want to have kids, or just want to live in the woods, or just want to live in the mountains, or want to live in a trailer and just chill out and just not have to be in pain and hurt anymore. That's why you're a leader. That's why you're a storyteller. That's why your story matters. That's why you're a ripple effect in this lovely ocean. And you think that you're not a leader because you're not ready yet or something like that. I didn't either. That's why I'm having this conversation with you. I had to quite literally talk myself into even deserving success off of TikTok, because it felt weird for me that one day I had 128 followers and the next month I had like 20,000 followers and people were tagging me. And I was like, I don't look like how I thought I was going to look when I got this level of like people even acknowledging me. I'm right there with you. I'm just not ashamed. And again, when I have thoughts that I don't like, where I feel like I don't deserve success or deserve happiness or deserve love, I talk with that part of myself to say, that's really interesting that you feel like you don't deserve happiness or success. Let me figure out how I can sit with myself and get myself convinced that I do deserve love and do deserve success. That requires patience. That's why it's hard for you, because you think that if you're patient, that means you're going to slow down. And if you slow down, you're going to pass away because you're not going to hit all the things on your goal. Oh, you're trying to control everything. Life is what happens when you're busy making plans. You want to make the creator laugh? Tell the creator your plans. You're doing it to yourself. You're choosing it. You're allowing it. You can lie to other people, but you can't lie to your body, and you can't lie to your spirit. You cannot lie to yourself. You still have to face yourself. So stop telling people that you're sorry that they're struggling and sorry that they're suffering, because first and foremost, I'm going to tell you something that's going to trigger you and annoy you, and then you're going to get it. There's no such thing as struggling. There's no such thing as suffering. This is why you're not manifesting. This is why you're not getting to where you want to go. Not one person in your life who is putting you down and telling you to be afraid or that you're not good enough has an idea of who you are and what you are capable of. They think they do. They actually like their energy and they want to keep you down so that they never lose you. Do you know that the people around you are intentionally mentally abusing you? That they intentionally know what they're doing? Do you know that when narcissists get around people who don't play that game, they change their tune? Haven't you seen that before? You're in an abusive relationship. Don't you notice that that person changes their tune when other people come by? They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, and they know that you'll allow it. So what if you told them, I'm under new management now? What if you told yourself, we know who we are now, and we're not afraid of being alone now. We love being alone. We love this leap of faith. Because everything you want to get is on the other side of that feels impossible. Why do you think success is challenging for people? Not everybody is meant to be at that place because it's challenging. Success is a concept. Struggling is a concept. Your words that you speak to yourself are because other people have told you that's how you should be. But those people aren't happy. Thoughts on comparing yourself to yourself? That's part of it. That's part of it, Kimber. That's part of it. That's part of it. Comparisons means you don't compare yourself to yourself. Your best years aren't behind you. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you used to look like. Nobody wants to be around somebody who is putting themselves down, except for other people who put themselves down. It's an energy. I mean, realistically, do you think that a boss, a CEO, is going to give the promotion to the person who can make difficult decisions, or for the person who's saying, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings? And now you're going into, oh, I hate corporate America. I hate corporate greed. The world's a terrible place. It's automatic. You don't even question it. Stop comparing yourself to yourself. Don't put yourself down. It doesn't matter who you were. It doesn't matter where you're from. It's where you're at. I tell my story and I've let go of the guilt and shame. I tell my story for the ability to relate, relatability. Strength is in vulnerability. It takes courage to have this conversation. This isn't easy for me. It's powerful. You know? So, 3 deep breaths. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. These deep breaths are going to represent me being able to be happy with my life and my circumstances regardless. It's me being able to have financial freedom, all debts paid, surprise money coming in. Love that, love that. The best kind of nation is the donation. Love that. The best kind of dance is abundance. Little cheesy spiritual humor for you. It's me being able to feel all my emotions, all my trapped grief, all the trapped things that I've been hiding from myself, and all of my feelings, and not feeling guilty or ashamed, and giving myself the ability to release that which does not serve. Hold on, I gotta answer this. And then we're gonna get into it. Am I enough now? Also acknowledging I am capable of more? You say, yeah, it's like I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for what I have. And I can see myself having more. I see myself doing better. And I trust in the middle ground. I tell myself no matter what happens after I've seen that I'm going to that place. I trust the middle ground. I say whatever comes or goes is going to take me to that place. I'm grateful for what I have, and I don't expect more, but I know that I do deserve more. I know that more is coming for me, but I don't have any expectation. It's a little bit, but you get what I'm saying. All right, so thank you. Thank you for what you do. Takes one to know one. Thank you. You're like, but all that I do is I'm living. Yes, but you're being hard on yourself. But thank you for what you do. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking notes. Okay, so all of my intentions, all of that good stuff that I told you before, being able to feel my feelings, being able to have those lovely surprise direct deposits, you know, all that greatness coming into my life, all of that, Love that. Feel all of that. See all of that. Wow, how exciting. Oh my goodness, amazing. Having more health and having more protection and more safety and having more people around me who celebrate me and love me as I am. That's what I'm breathing into. That's my intention. So, the reason when I do these quick and powerful meditations, or when I do the full meditations, when people are like, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Because I'm there. Because I'm seeing you as successful. I'm seeing myself as successful, and it feels amazing. It's not like, yeah, so I'm financially free. Like in my mind, 5-year-old Nikki is like, woohoo! And we made it. And I don't care that people are judging. And the neighbor's like, hey, keep it down over there. And I'm like, no, we made it. We're financially free. You're miserable. I'm going to turn up the volume. And really, really just like dancing on the table. I see the doctor telling me, congratulations, you're so healthy. We can't quite explain it, but you look healthier every single time that I see you. I see people congratulating me. I see people tagging me. I see people hugging me. I see people crying tears of joy. I see myself holding rewards. I see the details. That is my life. That is who I am. What is it for you? Do I have a podcast? Working on it with Jen right now. And if you don't know who Jen is, she's my partner. She's a shaman. She's on here right now. She's powerful. And from time to time, we go on to show you what it's like to be in a healed relationship when two people who have experienced abuse come together and can do powerful things together. So that is my intention. And I see myself having that excitement. I see other people seeing me have that level of excitement. And I tell myself, no matter what happens, life is taking me there. Okay. All right. So powerful. You can do this with your eyes open. You can do it with your eyes closed. I also want to encourage you, if you get anxiety, 3 deep breaths will always slow down your brain. More oxygen in your body will slow you down. And also, what I like to do while I'm doing this is I will see the energy at the bottom of my feet going to the top of my head. And if you're like, but I can't see energy. Well, again, you can visualize how to make meals. When you're telling people this is how you get to my home, there is a part of you that is visualizing the street. So in that way, you can visualize. Just like a child, you're overthinking it. If you're like, but what color? But what do I do? But how do I? You just do it. And if you're like, but that's hard. Well, then practice. You're overthinking it. It's not this intense thing. Okay? It's very simple. The more you do it, the better you get. Also, what I want to say is while we are breathing, while we are doing this collectively, you are in a safe space. You are protected. You're around healers. You're around powerful people. I'm not the only one. You're good. This is a powerful time for you to trust. And the reason why it is powerful for you to consciously choose to say, I trust these people and I trust him, especially if you've had a difficulty with trusting, is because that gives, well, I got to release that. It gives more permission for the sadness and for the anger and for the trauma to come up. And we want for you to be able to release that. You don't have to laugh. You don't have to have joy come up. If frustration, if sadness, if grief comes up, that's because you've been suppressing it. And we want to release that so you can get clarity. Okay? Thank you. So, very simple, very powerful, very profound. We're all rooting for you. So consider this after we take these 3 breaths together, that you are going to write congratulations in the comment section, because it is of my understanding and my experience coming from poverty, hanging out with millionaires and billionaires. Successful people celebrate successful people. Winners celebrate winners. Okay? And you are wealthy with your emotions, and you are wealthy because one person loves you. And there are millionaires and billionaires who don't have access to that. So you got this. So eyes open or eyes closed. This is for you. Okay? This is for you. So focus on yourself. Stop worrying about other people. Receive this for yourself. Get used to self-love. It's healthy. How can I release everything with just breathing? Because our emotions are trapped inside of our body. And when you get more oxygen into your body, you tap into those places. It's the same reason why massage can be powerful. It's the same reason why touch can be powerful. Sometimes somebody can just touch us, like a shaman, a healer can just touch us, and then all of a sudden all of this sadness and all this stuff can be released because we're ready to release it. So getting oxygen into your body, looking up breath work. If you go onto YouTube, type in Wim Hof, WIM space HOF. There's a beginner version if you have difficulty breathing. Look up breathwork exercises. Even if you're having a good day, you can still end up crying because you have trauma to release. Okay? So. Eyes open or eyes closed. Make it real, make it powerful, make it count. Trust it, believe it, receive it, and trust it. And see how many experiences you can create. Can you see yourself, if your intention is to have more family or to have grandchildren or to have children, if your intention is to have a new job, if your intention is to get out of the abusive relationship and to love yourself more, if your intention is to just be okay with solitude right now and to find ways to love yourself more and to be okay with being by yourself for maybe the first time in your life, whatever your intention is, for you to honor where you are in your life, really focus on that and really give attention to that, and see if you can. And if you can't, that's fine. Okay, there's no right or wrong way to do this. See if you can see yourself actually taking steps and having conversations. You don't even have to know what you're doing or what you're saying, and just understand that that's taking you to where you want to go. Okay, so make it big, make it powerful. Fill yourself from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. And after you fill yourself up with that energy, release it, and you will be radiating that energy, and that will be your intention. That is all around you, and that is you. Okay, so the bigger you make it, the brighter you make it, the more colorful you make it, the more profound you make it, the more that you can step into the excitement of what that would feel like, and give attention and permission for anger and insecurity to pop up. You'll get where you need to go. All right, thank you. Yes, feel it, love it, trust it. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's do it. So when I lift my hand up, I'm going to close my eyes this time. When I lift my hand up, I'm inhaling. When I put my hand down, I'm exhaling. If you are driving, if you aren't able to see me, just go at your own pace. Okay, you got this. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I do take very deep breaths. Some people tell me, they're like, yo, like, I think your lungs are not human. This breath work. A quick and powerful thing you can do before we do this, and this is if you experience difficulties in your lungs with breathing or anything like that. Underneath, this is gonna feel a little bit sensitive, but it's a pressure point that can help you stretch deeper and breathe deeper, and also help you with your lungs. Underneath your rib cage, you will feel an area where there is a tenderness. Rub on that area. You're like, ow, yeah, I know. It's interesting. But just in a circular motion, and you might feel yourself take a deep breath. There it is. All right. So. That comment right there. Boom, right there. Okay, so here we go. And see now all this like stuff is coming out. Good. All right, so here we go. Eyes open or eyes closed. Breathe in. Set your intention. Feel it going up your body. And then exhale. And I'll meet you on the second breath. Here we go. Breathe in. Thank you. I love you. Safe space. All right. Now, second breath. See if you can focus more on the details. What colors, what fabrics, what sounds do you hear? Is it the sound of nature, the sound of silence, the sound of taxis, the sound of music playing? Where are you in the world? What are the details? Do you feel sand under your feet? Are you wearing shoes? Are you wearing heels? Are you wearing flats? What are you doing? Focus on any details. Make this real. Make it bigger. Make it brighter. Make it more profound. Feel more of your feelings. Whatever feelings pop up, there is no shame. There is no guilt. We honor those feelings and we say, congratulations, baby. You got the keys to the castle now. You can turn up your volume and express yourself more. I love you. Take this deep breath with us. Let's go. Level up, baby. Breathe in. Amazing. We deserve all of that. Perfect. Now, this is going to be the deepest breath you've taken. This is for all the marbles. You deserve it. This is for you. Other people can figure it out. You deserve to have